It's Luke and Naomi.
Welcome to episode 45. We got an awesome review of Varsity Blues coming up.
That's
I'm
right.
super pumped that I finally got to sit Naomi down and watch the 1999 classic football movie. If you haven't watched it, you can hit pause now, go watch it, come back.
Yeah.
Or, just strap in. It'll be fun.
Yeah,
It'll be fun.
It's a good one.
Throw the shoulder pads on and hop on the field with us.
Sure.
A little Varsity Blues. That'll be coming up in just a few. We really had a very low-key week.
We've been saying that the last couple of weeks,
We're
but
gearing up for summer.
yeah, but last week really was like our lowest key week. We did not do anything.
Very mellow. So we did. There's a new concert series that my stations are a part of. My company that I work for got in on these free concert Friday series here in downtown Wilmington with some really good bands too. Some great regional bands, some great local acts.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's free and it is in a great location. The place is called the Eagles there, and it's an old service station.
Yeah.
An old garage basically, and it's great what they've done to it.
It's cool because this isn't like just throwing on a show real quick. I mean, they had the sound, they had the staging, lights, all of that, all set up in the parking lot of this old service station that's now a bar. And it's downtown. So, off in the distance, you can see some of the taller buildings and everything. There's so many people walking around as this concert is going on, and it just seemed so cool. And then right across the street was like a gas station. You see people just pumping their gas going, what is going on over there? It was really cool.
Yeah, it was a great time, a great Friday night. If you're
Yeah.
in the Wilmington area and you haven't been, you got to check out that. It's free too.
Yeah.
You just got to find a place to park, which we parked over across from Flytrap. So, that field over there. Now we're going to blow that secret, and everybody's going to park there.
That's all right.
There's the parking decks around the corner and all that stuff. But, free concert Friday was hella cool. We definitely enjoyed it. Looking forward to going back this week and, a whole bunch this summer. It's going to be great. And then, since Naomi and I watch the show Alone from the History Channel,
Yeah.
they take a bunch of survival experts, they drop them in the middle of a giant wilderness where there's nobody for miles and miles and miles, and they see who can basically survive out there the longest.
Yeah.
I mean, it's primitive living, survival. They give them a small handful of items, some saws and tarps and a fire starter and like a block of cheese. And they're like, here you go.
Yeah, you're on your own.
For months on end. But I bring that up. We're watching, I think we're catching up on the latest season that they have right now.
Yeah.
We're almost done with it. But I bring that up because I saw this story that I just wanted to tell you. And I figured, hey, what the hell? Why not tell you on the show?
Okay.
Because we watch Alone and it's fun. A 48-year-old woman named Lillian was out for a short drive recently when she made a wrong turn. And you know what? Before I even go any farther, this was in Australia.
Okay.
So,
So
Australia.
that's scary already.
It's
Yeah.
terrifying already.
Yeah.
So she made a wrong turn. Her vehicle got stuck in the mud within a quote-unquote dense bush in Australia, though. So now it makes more sense when I say that, right? So she wasn't able to hike out on her own due to health issues, which is like Australians, man, where you live nowhere. It's literally nowhere. So she stayed with her car.
Okay.
So she was going to visit her mother. So she had a couple of snacks and a few sweets with her,
Okay.
but no water. What she did have, though, was a bottle of wine.
That'll work.
Yeah, she ended up being stranded for 5 days.
Wow.
So it was basically the wine, because the sweets, probably she burned right through no matter how you ration them.
Oh, I would. Instantly. No matter what snacks we have in the car, I'd be like, I got to get my strength up. I need these crackers. 5 minutes later, I better eat this granola bar, too. I may be stuck here for a while. I'm not going to know how to ration anything.
So
it's going to be all or nothing.
no water.
No water. But the wine,
Now, the thing is she doesn't drink. So that probably helped her in this situation, because then, she wasn't like a couple of sips of the wine. It's like, I'm just going to get loaded.
Yeah.
She was
Because that is what I would do, too, I think. Just drink the wine down and hope somebody finds you.
Yeah, end up dancing naked in the desert
That's right.
in the middle of the thick Australian bush.
Ugh, no, thank you.
So 5 days, yeah, she survived on those snacks and the bottle of wine and was finally rescued. It was getting pretty dire, though. She thought she wasn't going to make it at one point. But she was discovered, hospitalized for dehydration, and
Of course.
she's since back out. And we don't know what kind of wine it is, and I am no wine expert whatsoever. I know nothing about wine pretty much at all. There's white, and there's red, and then blushes, I guess. And I know the name Moscato. So I know this wasn't a Moscato, because that's like a white wine, like a clear wine.
Okay.
No way, right?
Okay.
It was definitely a bottle of red she was bringing to her mom, right?
Why?
It just has to be.
Why?
I don't know why. My mind tells me that it has to be.
Okay, sure. I'm going to disagree with you on that one, but
I mean, you don't think she's making the trip, bringing her mom a surprise bottle of wine or something when she doesn't drink?
but maybe
And
her
it's
mom.
gonna be like a cheap blush.
Well, maybe her mom likes, I don't know, a white wine, a red wine. I don't know.
Here you go, Mom. You get loaded, and I'm just gonna hang out with you. Because let's be honest, that's what white wine's for.
Okay. I just look at it, that's what all wine is for, if we're being honest here.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Anyway, I had to bring that up because how much would you think those people on that TV show would beg for wine?
Oh my gosh. I think
White or red?
yeah, they'd take anything they could get. I'm surprised nobody has made their own wine on the show yet.
Yeah, right. I was thinking about that the last episode we watched too. It's like nobody's done, some sort of tubers that they could get some sort of booze
I don't
from.
know. I don't know how to make wine and stuff, so we may be way
I
off
think it takes way too long,
base
honestly.
there. Yeah.
Like I don't even think they're there long enough.
Oh, I would start that as first day project. I'm
one.
gonna need this
Food, shelter, or set up a booze operation.
booze operation.
Booze operation.
I'm gonna
is.
need it. Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. Anyway, that's our week. The watching Alone, and then we checked out the free concert Friday. And if you are in Wilmington, check that out again. But I figured it would be red. I don't know. I just did. That'll bring us quickly to random facts. Your weekly dose. Almost said daily. Your weekly dose of.
Just
Did
not
You Know?
with it today, are you?
Just not with it at all.
No.
Let's see here. Did you know that do you even know what Betamax is?
No.
Betamax is it was VHS versus Betamax.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know what it is.
All right. So
I honestly, the first thing that popped in my head was vitamins. No, that's not right.
All right.
My bad.
So did you know even though Betamax was a flop, Sony kept making them, the blank tapes for the machines anyway, and only stopped making those in 2016?
Did not know. No, just did not know that.
Crazy, right?
No. What a waste of time and energy.
A little bit.
Yeah.
And resources and everything. Did you know there have been 3 U.S. presidential elections where one candidate ran unopposed?
No, I did not know that. One would have to be George Washington, right?
One was.
Thomas Jefferson?
Nope.
Dang. That's all I got.
All right, you want to run
No,
through
I run through the other 4 that I know. Yeah, no thank
the
you.
other 4 presidents. James Monroe.
Yeah, like I was going to know that one.
Exactly.
What did James Monroe do?
He ran for re-election in 1820. That's what he did, unopposed. And then the other one was George Washington again in 1792.
Ooh, that opened up a can of worms. He was president twice?
Sure.
All right.
According to this.
Today I learned.
No, he was, because from what I remember,
Look,
was.
I'm not.
That's it. I'm not
okay,
getting into
yeah,
it. I'm not trying to pull up all that knowledge. Those files are buried deep. But
I need to take some history classes.
yeah, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
Did you?
Whoever's listening right now, the one
is terrible.
person that's listening is going, these guys are stupid.
Did you know the melody for the Star Spangled Banner was borrowed from a British drinking song?
No, but that's kind of cool.
I don't know how to say this word. I think it's anacreon.
Okay.
Brian will have to let us know.
Okay.
The song To Anacreon in Heaven. So, Brian, if you have any idea what I'm talking about, let me know, because that'd be cool.
Yeah, help us out here.
Also, speaking of Brian, God Save the King. The whole coronation this weekend, right? You know that the England crowned the King Charles.
No, I did not know that.
Are
I
you
apologize.
serious?
No, I live under a rock.
Absolutely.
That's why we do the movie reviews. I don't pay attention. I haven't even been on Facebook in the last week and a half.
Well, good for you.
Yeah, I'm living in a bubble.
Not everybody else, but good for you.
Yeah.
Everybody else, Luke Naomi On-Air on
That's
Facebook.
right.
That's where you go.
That's important.
That's where you go to be like, get to the damn point, will you?
Yeah. Sorry,
But
guys.
anyway, speaking of Brian, I'm thinking about it now. They officially crowned King Charles.
Okay.
The third, I believe he would be. And somebody asked me Monday morning if I watched any of the coronation, and I actually did the 30 seconds where the guy puts the crown on my man's head.
All right.
And then has to like adjust it, step back, square it up, fix it a little bit more.
Really?
Oh yeah, it was fun. That's the whole. No offense, Brian. Brian's probably like, oh, I hate these guys now.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He's done. He's gonna send us a bill for the books he gave us.
So I was gonna actually reply to Brian's email and ask him his, what the plans were for the coronation and him and his family and things like that. So Brian, what'd you guys do? I would love to know.
Yeah.
Was it? I mean, because I know it's a big old party over there. Anytime anything goes down with the Royals, so I would love to know, how they celebrated and what was going on. Let us know. All right, I think we have one more random fact
Okay.
left. Two more. All right. Did you know Mexico's real name is not Mexico?
No.
It's actually Estados Unidos Mexicanos. It's the United States of Mexico.
I don't believe that for a second.
All right. I'm sure several of our New Mexico friends can let us know. Anyway, the country is divided into 31 states plus the federal district. Each state has its own laws, regulations, and police, similar to Estados Unidos.
Nice.
Yeah. Working on it. And finally here, did you know the first commercial train in America was the Baltimore and Ohio Railroad in 1827?
Sounds like a horrible ride. Ohio, Baltimore. Woohoo!
At least you can get to the coast, I guess.
I guess.
Let's see here. So, you might recognize Baltimore and Ohio Railroad from their more well-known name, the B&O Railroad, which you can find on any Monopoly board.
I was going to say, yeah. I know my Monopoly board pretty well. I know it's there.
And that is your random facts. Those are your random facts for the week. Your
You
weekly
are
dose
having a
of
hard
Did You Know?
time.
I'm just messing around now. Your weekly dose of Did You Know? Random facts to get you through the week. Until next time, it takes us forever to get them to you.
Yeah, it's about 15 minutes.
It's a good one.
Yeah,
I
sure.
like them. Yeah, All right. That brings us to this crazy story. I love, just insanity because why not? Someone dumped 500 pounds of cooked pasta in the woods in New Jersey and nobody knows why.
I saw pictures.
Did
And I'm like, what? See, I know some things. I
Yes.
do live under a rock.
the most
but,
important things.
Yeah, if you're
Nothing
gonna-
about the coronation, everything about the cooked pasta.
But again, if you're going to bring up pasta, absolutely I know about it. I saw the picture of it and I'm just like, oh my gosh, that's a lot of pasta.
Yeah, so they dumped it next to a river in the woods in New Jersey.
But it's not even like it is close to the river, but it wasn't like they were trying to put it in the river.
It's
like,
just near.
yes. Why?
It's possible a restaurant owner or caterer had a last minute cancellation or something, but that's still a lot of pasta.
There was so much pasta. You could find some use for that pasta. Give it to me.
Apparently, there were several types.
Okay.
Spaghetti, macaroni, and penne.
Okay.
At least. No one knows where it came from. The town of Old Bridge, New Jersey, just outside of New York City. A woman ran for city council, took the pics. I don't know why, what her point of doing that. Look, we got to clean up this town. Stop dumping pasta. Anyway, 300 to 400 pounds, I guess. She says 300 to 400 pounds. This says 5. But
well, I'm sure she was just guessing. I don't think she, knows for sure.
it is so much pasta.
Yeah.
You've seen the photos.
I've seen the photos.
I've only seen the one of the big giant. Yeah, that's crazy. Well, anyway,
It's a lot of pasta.
so your guess is as good as ours on who dumped the pasta and why. But I would love to know any thoughts on that, or if anybody's seen any follow-up stories.
Yeah, I would like some details about the pasta.
It's just huge piles of pasta. Like,
Yeah.
here you go. We'll put it here.
Pasta.
I don't get it.
Me either. It's such a waste though too, because I get pasta is cheap, but I don't know. I'd still eat it.
It is absolutely a waste. I mean,
Yeah.
there's so many food shelters and all this other stuff, and you could do good charitable things with it or something, but instead, and then just a dumpster.
Yeah.
But you went out of your way to bring it to the woods.
Well, that makes me think that somebody did it on purpose for some reason. Some art project about the food that we waste or something, some...
Oh, yeah, like avant-garde BS or something like that. Yeah.
Because otherwise, why? Or a bunch of crazy kids doing it as a prank. Hey, everybody, cook up as much pasta as you have in your house. Bring it to wherever. And they just started dropping it off everywhere.
Crazy. Maybe somebody's, mother-in-law was just like, this is the worst pasta you've ever made. Bring it all to the woods.
It's a lot of pasta.
A lot of Italians in New Jersey. I wouldn't be surprised
I guess you're right.
if a mother-in-law was involved in that somehow. Some sort of scenario.
Don't know.
All right. I got an AI story for you.
Why? I was having a good day.
I'm trying to slowly convince you that AI is going to be great for us. All right. In the only place where I want AI at all, ironically, the car. I want to be able to cruise down the road, get in, have it take me where I need to go, play chess or some junk like that, watch a movie, take a nap, read the paper.
I get your reasoning behind it, but I think that's a very dangerous idea.
Well, a new study found that AI-powered cruise control could help with those phantom traffic jams. We've been in them 100 times where we come up all of a sudden, we've got to stop, basically. On like the highway.
One person hit their brakes, and then everybody else started hitting their brakes for no reason. They just saw brake lights.
Exactly.
Oh, I gotta stop too.
So this isn't really.
Do that.
Yeah, don't do that. This isn't really much of a stretch either, because researchers at Berkeley and Vanderbilt worked with a team at Nissan, put the AI cruise control in more than 100 cars, and let them all loose on a highway near Nashville.
Okay.
A lot of traffic around there. It's a nice bustling city and all that. Use the software that predicts when congestion ahead will let up and automatically slows you down a little bit. So that's where you lose me, because I don't want to slow down. I'm on the highway. But after thinking it through, it makes a lot of sense. Instead of getting caught in the traffic and all of that, you get there just as everyone's moving again, and you basically keep moving.
I get the idea behind it. I really do. But no. Just no. I don't want AI driving my car. I'm sorry. Just no.
What about...
And like you said, you don't want it slowing down your car. I know you don't want it slowing down your car. You would fight with the thing just like you fight with the thing when it tells you to take a break or that you are crossing a line because you're doing it before you turned your blinker on.
Yeah.
Yeah. There is no way you'd be okay with this.
100%.
No way.
We have, if you don't know, we've talked about all that in past episodes too.
Yes.
So, anyway, how do you feel about AI cruise control in other cars around you, but not ours?
No.
Because the tests found that even when just a few cars have it in the area, it can still have a big impact. For each car with AI cruise control, 20 other cars around it saw a positive effect in traffic flow.
It's just a slippery slope, guys. No way. Just no.
They think it could help with traffic, save time, cut down on car accidents, and help you save fuel, too.
I'm not here for it. Not yet.
Not yet?
No. The one that was the AI robot thing that was gonna help me send emails was one thing. That's about the okayness that it's gonna get from me. That's it.
Then, you know, add arms to it.
No. Why?
Oh, we're getting a robot.
No. God,
Anyway.
no.
All right, finally, here's the story that I was talking about this morning that I stopped because I'm like, oh, wait, I can't tell you about that yet.
We were listening to the radio.
That's right.
And, like, Luke just out of nowhere, the fastest I've ever seen him move to turn that radio down.
My buddy Jack was telling this story on the radio this morning, and I was like, oh, wait, you can't hear this.
Yeah.
And I
just
almost blew the whole surprise. That's right.
Yeah.
I wasn't talking about it. He was. So, an American couple was caught smuggling something in Israel, I believe.
Okay.
375 pounds of something into Israel. Now, when you're thinking of being caught smuggling something, drugs comes to mind immediately.
Yes.
And then what?
Food?
Food. I go right to artwork, maybe, animals or something like that. But food, okay, because like the fruits and vegetables thing.
Yeah, and how you yes.
So this couple was caught smuggling food.
Okay. What were they smuggling?
Fruit roll-ups. So a couple flew to a U.S. couple.
Wait, I have questions.
Okay.
How many?
A lot of them.
It's got to be, right?
375 pounds of fruit roll-ups.
To be considered smuggling, it's got to be a high amount.
Right.
You said 375 pounds?
Yes.
So they brought it over there to sell?
They did.
Okay.
So there's a
See, I did not think this is where the story was going. I thought it meant like just on their person. Their pockets are full of fruit roll-ups. They got cargo shorts with fruit roll-ups in all the
they
pockets.
keistered a couple.
Gross. But sure.
It's smuggling.
Yeah, Gosh, what the heck is wrong with everybody? All right, tell me the story.
All right.
What is going on?
So TikTok right now is obsessed with a hack, apparently. Well, that's what we're calling everything that's something different now is a hack. But they're obsessed with a treat where you wrap a fruit roll-up around a scoop of ice cream.
That sounds interesting.
Right?
Yeah, I'm here for that.
So right now they're harder to find than usual overseas.
Okay.
And, as American foods are different to find overseas, as, we learned with Brian and ranch dressing in England.
Yeah.
Check out our YouTube page for all that. So all stores in Israel pretty much sold out at this point. If you do find them, they're going for $5 each or more. That's per fruit roll-up.
Yeah.
And I don't know the last time I looked, but this says around here a box of 10 in the U.S. costs $3.
Okay.
Ish.
Yeah,
right?
makes sense.
So 375 pounds, they're going to make a buck, especially.
Yes. Yes, they are.
All I can think of is the movie Blow with Johnny Depp. And they're all in like the 70s collars and walking through a Black Betty playing in the background.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they hand off the suitcases, and the one is full of fruit roll-ups. The other one's full of cash.
What the hell are you smuggling these to? The Kool-Aid man? Oh, my God. So, customs agents in Israel, of course, sees the snacks, and there's pictures online of just multiple suitcases filled with individual fruit roll-ups. Like, they got rid of the boxes and everything.
Well, the boxes take up space. You don't want to do that.
That's speaking of taking up space, the clothes. They didn't bring clothes to Israel with them. They said, nah, I wanted extra room for fruit roll-ups.
I guess. I want to know how many suitcases full is 375 pounds of fruit roll-ups.
I can see at least 2 in the still of the video.
I'm looking at the still right now, and that is a lot of fruit roll-ups.
I mean, seriously, how much is a box of fruit roll-ups going to weigh? Even
less
with
than
the
a pound?
cardboard. But like
less than a pound.
They got rid of the I mean,
that's so many fruit roll-ups.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
I kind of want fruit roll-ups now.
Me too. Yeah. Definitely some sort of fruit snack.
Yeah.
At least. Oh, man. You know what I don't want is the drink that I used to order in the bar that I will never order again.
Which is?
For me?
Yeah.
Probably, and I don't know if I'm saying it right, but Wajnufka.
Okay.
It starts with W-A-S, and then the rest, there's a bunch
letters.
of consonants. There's an I in there eventually.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a 100 proof cherry liquor.
Sounds tasty.
We used to set on fire before we would down a shot of it. And way too many of them.
Okay.
All the time. We used to start our night with those.
Sounds like a good way to start the night, if I'm going to be honest.
Well, it was.
Yeah.
I mean, at the time, but today, it would end my night before it even started.
That's right.
Oh, my goodness.
You get one, and it's just this.
Waz is what we called it for short. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the question of the week. What's something you used to order at a bar that you would never order now?
I think my big one would be prairie fires.
Prairie fire? I've never heard of this.
You've never heard of a prairie fire?
Maybe, but I don't know what it is anyway.
It's a shot of tequila with a drop of hot sauce in it.
Oh. I can't handle tequila anymore. Tequila, how about that's an answer for me too. Tequila, anything.
It was so good. But now every time I think about it, my mouth waters and I just get instant heartburn. Because even at a young age of having that, when I say young, I mean 21.
You're 21.
You got heartburn from it. Well, you could go out drinking when you were 21 and you didn't wake up with heartburn the next morning and feeling like crap. But if you had a prairie fire, yes, you did.
Oh, man.
Prairie fire.
I'm not going to lie. I want to try that.
We'll have to order one. I'll have to break the rule and order something that I wasn't going to ever order
Or I'll
again.
just get one for myself, and you don't have to. You do something different. Something peach schnapps for you.
No, I'll do the Waz that you just said.
Yes, there you go.
Yes, we'll switch drinks.
We'll strangers on a train, the shots
That's right.
situation.
I think the other thing, too, would be a Long Island iced tea. Don't do those anymore. Nope, not here for it.
You didn't on the cruise, did you?
No, I had way too many of those. I don't even have an interest in them anymore.
I, in the meantime, had 40.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure at least 40.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
I don't even need a sip of one. And I never it wasn't that I got sick off of them and was like, I can't ever have this again. It was more of like, oh, you drink a Long Island iced tea when you're looking to get messed up.
Yeah. I was just trying to see if I had a counter for that. I wanted to give that an honest thought. Yeah, is there any other? No.
There is no other time in your life where you're drinking a Long Island iced tea going, I'm just going to have one drink, just this, and then, I got to go shopping or do something. You drink a Long Island iced tea because you're like, I need to forget everything that happened earlier today or something I've got to deal with tomorrow. Yeah.
By the time the cruise was over, I was having 2 of them at dinner.
Yes.
It was awesome. I think I built up a tolerance, too.
It was to, get messed up. You don't drink a Long Island iced tea just for a little buzz.
I don't come to mess around,
Yeah.
Danielle on the Facebook page says anything with tequila.
That makes sense. Yeah.
I could probably have something with tequila in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Obviously, so, but not just I can't do straight tequila with the salt and the lime anymore. That's why I would try it with the hot sauce, but I would just try it because I would like to give it a shot, literally.
Yes.
Let's see here. My mom says a brain tumor.
I've never heard of that.
I don't know what that is. I'm gonna Google that right now.
Yeah, because I'm kind of curious, and the idea of it just sounds awful.
I guess I have to put drink at the end of it. Google's not a mind reader. Yet.
Brain tumor. Yeah.
Bailey's Irish Cream, peach schnapps, and grenadine.
That sounds disgusting.
Peaches and cream.
No.
And, a little sweetness. Yeah, really, Ma. What the hell? That's crazy. Let's see here. Brando, you got a good answer. He says either AMFs, which is the Adios MF.
Okay.
And that's basically a Long Island iced tea with Sprite or 7-Up instead of cola.
Okay.
As far as I remember. Or an Irish trash can. I had to look this one up.
Irish trash can. Is that anything like an Irish car bomb?
No.
Okay.
Irish trash can is again, your base is basically a Long Island iced tea, where you have a shot of everything.
Yeah.
And then some of the blue. Curacao. I don't care.
Yes.
I don't know how to.
Yeah.
I'm so tired of trying to figure out how to say that. Maybe I should Google that, but who cares? So it's blue or green. It ends up green somehow in the picture. And then you top it with a can of Red Bull. Basically, open the can of Red Bull, start pouring it, and leave the can on top.
Yep. That sounds intense.
Good on you, Brando.
Yeah. That sounds way too intense.
The allergies are back.
Yeah.
That is way too intense. I'm not going with Red Bull on top of all that.
Does it make your heart hurt thinking about it?
It makes everything hurt thinking about it. I had a lot of the Red Bull as a kid. Lauren says Southern Comfort, and she's from Central New York because for some reason, and we are around the same age because there was a few years where that was just all the rage in Central New York, Southern Comfort.
I think it was just all the rage everywhere. I remember we had a span of it where it had to be Southern Comfort, and it had to be, and then for a little while it was, I think it started with Captain Morgan Spice Rum, and then we all graduated to Southern Comfort. So
that's fantastic. Southern Comfort, SoCo.
Yeah.
So no, that's probably one that I just would absolutely never order.
Yeah.
Again,
okay.
I can't believe I left that off the list. That should have popped right to the top of my head. Southern Comfort. Mark D says his wife won't do peach schnapps at all.
Huh. Okay.
And then if you ever met Mark, you know he's a wise guy. He says, I used to love sex on the beach and buttery nipples. He says, but come on, no one wants to see me getting that anymore. I do. I want to watch you order sex on the beach or buttery nipples from any bartender.
Yeah.
At all.
Because that'll be hilarious.
Because it will. And Mark would make it fun, too, because he'd lean right into that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So much. Paul says Jell-O shots. That's a good answer.
Yeah.
I like that
I
one.
can go without Jell-O shots. I think they're so overrated, and they're just dumb, and what a waste.
They're unnecessary, unless you're giving me a spoon or the old wooden ice cream spoon that used to come with
it,
you know, at lunchtime.
Yeah.
Like, give me one of those with it, too, because it's just so annoying trying to
It's
get...
work, you know?
Really?
If I'm having alcohol, I don't want to work for it.
Yeah, for sure.
Again, that's why we pour shots. There's no effort involved. Just chug this down real quick. You're set.
Yeah, and if you noticed, actually both of our answers were very, very basic. You know, we're not mixing up a bunch of stuff and, you know, pouring shit together and then straining it out. No. Tequila, hot sauce.
Yeah.
Mine, light it on fire.
That's right.
Or just SoCo, and no. Jell-O shots, though. Paul says last time he had him, he was at a dive bar in Tempe, Arizona, around a decade ago. He said he had gut rot for a week, so never again.
Gosh, yeah.
Yeah,
that's
that's
the worst.
terrible. Mike says bear fights is what they called them. And this is great. Brando, you love this one. Jaeger bombs immediately followed by an Irish car bomb. That is intense.
I take back what I said about the Long Island iced teas earlier.
Have you ever done this? He's from your area, right?
He is. I have never had a bear fight.
Oh my God. I see. If I was 10 years younger, I would be like, I'm getting that Friday. But I get the Jaeger bombs. Really, I can't do Red Bull even on its own anymore because of the Jaeger bombs when they first hit the scene. It was just everywhere.
That was such a huge craze too.
And
you know, Jaeger
me.
bombs, and it was just like, yeah, this is the best thing. No, it's not. What were we thinking?
Absolutely. Terrible. It's so
bear
bad.
fights. I think that's my favorite answer so far.
A Jaeger bomb
bear fights.
Immediately followed by an Irish car bomb.
Oh,
that's
gosh.
genius. I used to just do car bombs followed by car bombs. That's how we did it.
I remember doing those at for our Super Bowl party.
Yeah.
Irish car bombs.
Oh, that's right.
My
Our
gosh.
Super Bowl party. That's right.
Your Super Bowl party.
That's right. I remember that sort of too.
Sorta.
Very
I
much.
had to work the next morning. It was tough.
Big girl last night, big girl in the morning.
Not so much.
Let's see here. Oh, Jenny Dale Lord. I love when she plays along on the post too.
Yeah.
So she just says straight up Jaeger.
Yeah, that makes sense.
One word, Jaeger.
Jaeger.
And I get that too. A lot of people. It's basically just cough syrup. We all know that, right? Like, it's easy and somewhat. I can't even say it's
Licorice
tasty because
flavored cough syrup.
I never found it tasty. I just found it
No.
easy to stomach, I guess. And I get it. A lot of people I know are like, I cannot touch Jaeger.
Yeah.
Just like I can't do Red Bull.
Yeah.
I could still have a shot of Jaeger, but no more Red Bull. Some people both. Some people just a Jaeger.
Talking about this once just makes me want to see if I could handle a Jaeger bomb because it's been
God,
so
no.
long. I just want to risk it.
And just want to risk it. Yeah, keep the defibrillator ready.
Yeah, I'll be ready.
Just in case.
Be ready.
Yikes.
But I don't want to go to the bar and order one because they're gonna look at me and go, "What? Are you going through a crisis right now? Midlife crisis?"
Is this for a TikTok?
Ordering this for some kids outside or something like no, they'll laugh at me.
Man, there's some
Guess I'm on my own.
There's some decent answers.
Yeah.
Answers here. Let's see. Dallas says Goldschlager. Drank a bottle of it at a friend's house. He said, went outside to throw up. And apparently I wandered over to the neighbor's yard to do that because the next morning he came over and said he found a bunch of gold flakes in his yard.
My
He
gosh.
says it's been about 25 years and I haven't had it since. Love you, bye.
Yeah. I think we
That was
all have
Dallas.
that one drink too that we're like we actually got sick off of it and was like, no, never again, not touching it, not smelling it, not being anywhere around it.
Fortunately, I never got sick off of, I mean, I probably did, but, not like to that point of those things. And I was just like, at this point, I can't go back because the memories just make me feel shameful.
Full of regret.
Yeah, it's just, wow.
Oh,
okay.
God. What was I thinking?
Let's see. Sabrina says 99 bananas.
Oh, my gosh.
She says, I just can't. Is this one of your friends?
Oh, my gosh.
Is there a story
it
here?
is.
Do you know the story?
No, it's just no.
You
just
too?
No.
Naomi's not a fan of bananas.
No, but we did, I think the first one I ever had was like 99 blackberries.
Ooh, I like that.
Oh, it was very tasty. Very tasty.
But it's 99.
Yep, and you could drink it straight. Oh, gosh. Yeah, that'll...
Oh, boy.
Oh.
Yeah, the 99 line. They really knew what they were doing there, right?
They really did. Have we ever told everyone about the time we bought the 99 party pack?
I don't know.
It was during COVID, and we saw it at the grocery store, and I said, we have to get this. And it was a mix pack of all the different 99 flavors. 99 blackberries, 99 watermelon, 99 bananas, 99 peppermint, root beer. It had so many different flavors. We drank a few of them, and that thing sat in our fridge.
Right up until New Mexico outlawed having many liquor bottles.
That's right. Well, we still had them in the fridge.
Shout out to
that.
Albertsons, by the way, for selling a bucket of mini booze bottles.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I don't know what we were thinking when we bought that. Oh, the best part
This will
though.
be fun.
No, we bought that, and Albertsons also carried Faygo soda, and that's from Michigan, and I love it. It's so good, and it's so sugary, and it's death. So we were mixing the 99 bananas and 99 this and 99 that with sugary Faygo soda. One of the Faygos that we had, like if you looked at the nutrition value on the back of it, because that's what you do when you're old, it was at like 156% of your daily intake of sugar.
Yeah, and then here's a 99 proof shot of
More
whatever,
sugar.
of whatever.
Alcohol and more sugar.
It was
We made mixed drinks like that once.
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 Okay, let's not do this anymore.
I don't think I've recovered from that.
It's basically jet fuel.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, speaking of jet fuel, how about rocket fuel? That's what Dorsey says. And Dorsey, with his answers in the past, I wonder, going all the way back to the show in New Mexico, I wonder if he just means actual rocket fuel or the drink. But the drink is rum, amaretto, coconut cream, pineapple juice, some milk, and brandied cherry.
It sounds good besides the milk.
Yeah, you don't like the milk.
Yeah, but it does sound good.
Yeah, so if that's what it is, it kind of does sound good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's the story? Did you have too many of them?
I imagine.
Yeah.
Because they sound so, you're just popping them back.
Oh, gosh. Would not want to get sick off that, especially if milk is involved.
Kathy
Yikes.
says Long Island iced teas. That's
Yeah.
not a surprise there.
No.
Going back to last week's episode, we had that list. I had that list of arguments that we were, sort of quickly arguing through.
Oh, yeah. A lot of them were stupid.
Is ketchup a smoothie?
Oh.
And Snowman says that ketchup is a smoothie.
Of course he does.
Very adamantly says it.
Come on,
Basically
Snowman.
screaming. Let's see here. Anthony says Three Wise Men. The shot that is the shot that he used to order, would never order now, is Jack, Jim, and Johnny.
Okay.
All in
yeah.
one shot.
Sounds like another, hey, I don't want to remember the day.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, I want to get drunk, and I want it to happen 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. This needs to be instant.
Pretty much. Rulika says Jaeger bombs. She says, I would die. Red Bull would keep me up for a week.
I am curious about that because I haven't had an energy drink or anything close to one in forever. Even like the little 5-hour energy shots or anything like that. So I feel like if I tried to do a Jaeger bomb, I would just be wired for days on end.
Oh, yeah.
Are you going to go to sleep? I can't. I got to clean the house. I'm going to go walk the dog.
I'm just going to dance this off.
Yeah.
And then just, arms and legs akimbo.
Yes.
What else we got? A couple more answers here. Don says, anything sweet, the sugar just really messes him up on top of the alcohol. I can definitely relate to that one for sure.
Yeah.
Ed says just screwdrivers.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, vodka crayons as well because of the acid. It's too acidic and it doesn't settle well. I get that. I had my time drinking vodka crayons as well.
I think I can handle that more than the screwdrivers.
I still can't, but only if I'm making them.
That's right, because you get to control it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't have too much of that. The one that gives you the acid, The cranberry juice. Ralph. Oh, wait. Lynette says a slippery nipple. Okay. And Ralph says monkey farts.
Is this a real drink,
He
or
says-
is Ralph just being Ralph?
He says it's a mixture of the 5 cheapest liquors that wouldn't sell all in one shot.
Oh my gosh.
With a touch of lime.
That's disgusting.
Because Southwest, Ralph, right? Because Southwest, the touch of lime. Of course. And he says it's disgusting, but when you're broke, it was a cheap buzz. He says, and the mixed nuts at the bar is another thing he wouldn't ask for anymore.
Ugh, no.
Because he's, you're older now, you learn. He says,
Yes.
When they were free when you're younger. You eat a little snack.
Some places have popcorn machines.
A little snack and build
know?
the immune system at the same time.
Oh gosh, so gross.
Nice, Ralph. That's a great way to cap it. Those are some great answers. I loved it. That was a good one.
It was, and like my stomach is kind of turning a little bit right now. Not gonna lie.
Boom, just mix all those boozes together.
Ugh, no.
All right, what was your favorite one on the list? What one do you actually want to try? Not Ralph's.
No, I honestly want to try the one that you were talking about. I've never had a drink where you light it on fire.
Oh,
Like, how does that work?
Not,
You got to blow it out and then take a drink.
That's not tradition. I just knew how boozy it was, so I liked to light it on fire.
Well, still, I would like a drink that gets lit on fire.
I always wanted to make the Flaming Moe or one called a Flaming Dr. Pepper. That has no Dr. Pepper in it. It just, after you light it on fire and blow it out, the fire caramelizes some of the sugars in the drink.
Yeah.
And then when you throw it back, it tastes a little bit like a Dr. Pepper.
See, I want to try that. I want to try one of the...
a flaming drink.
A flaming drink. Yes, I want to try one of those. Definitely don't want to try a brain tumor. That sounds disgusting.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Lisa. That just sounds awful.
That was a lot.
Yeah.
The Irish trash can, too, I'm totally out on. No thank you. With the Red Bull on top.
You just can't.
I can't do that. No way.
What about you? One that stood out that you're like, I might have to actually try that.
The rocket fuel one seemed
that one sounded good.
pretty neat, honestly. And
bear fights.
Bear fight. Honestly, if I could still handle a Jaeger bomb, I would do just to see where the night took me.
You would have one of those and just be done.
I would have to have like shoulder pads and knee pads and like a
be
helmet
wrapped
on.
in bubble wrap.
Yeah, pretty much just wrapped in bubble wrap afterwards.
Yeah. Could be kind of funny though. Filmable moment.
Yeah, so if we get crazy this weekend, we'll film it.
That's right.
How about that?
Yeah, cuz
No, honest, the prairie fire.
You really want to try a prairie fire. All right.
I think so. It's the easiest too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We have plenty of hot sauce. We just got to go get some tequila.
Yeah.
We can do that.
Definitely not doing Ralph's rat farts or whatever. I forgot what it was called.
Monkey
already.
farts.
Monkey farts.
Yeah.
Either way.
Yeah, I think that's what made my stomach start turning, and now I got a little bit of a headache. I think
yeah.
I'm already hungover from that, just hearing about it.
Yeah. Well done, Ralph. Well done. Way to not get that number 10.
Sorry, Ralph. Sorry.
All right.
One day.
So we've got to hook up with some homework for next week.
That's right.
So I was looking around, found a couple things, and this is the one I like the best. And Naomi did too, after we kicked a couple around.
Yeah.
And I'm being all like drawing this out because I know we're inevitably going to get the answer of, my wife or my husband.
Yes.
So, hey, look, we gave that answer already. What is the oldest thing in your kitchen you still use? Right?
Yeah, I can picture what we have already.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much everybody's going to say my wife or my husband or some junk like that. So, after you do that, go look through the drawers and the cupboards and let me know. What is the oldest thing in the kitchen that you actually still use? Because I can't think of anything that's like old in our kitchen.
Really?
Yeah.
There is one thing that's coming to mind that it's so old. It's so old. And it's something that's easily replaceable. We just haven't.
All right. I'm looking forward to that. We'll find out.
Yeah, you got to wait.
We'll find out what that is next week.
It's so old. It's so stupid. Like, we should have replaced it since we've been together.
Wow, it's that old.
It's that old. Oh, it's so
now
old.
my mind is racing. And but instead of thinking about that, I gotta, what are we even gonna do now? Where do we? That's all I'm thinking about. I'm going through the drawers in the kitchen now.
Yeah, go ahead. You're
off.
not gonna know what I'm talking about until I mention it next week.
The whole review, I'm just gonna be thinking of this.
Yeah, that's all right. You can be distracted.
All right. What's the oldest thing in your kitchen you still use? Let us know on the Facebook page. And you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I never checked the Spotify to see if anybody answered us on there.
Oh, no. I bet you somebody did.
Should I pull that up quick?
Yes.
What do you think?
Yeah.
All right. Talk amongst yourselves.
No.
How's the weather?
Hot. It was like 89 today. It was beautiful.
Oh, it was a beautiful day in Wilmington today.
It was. Spoiled rotten here.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right. Let's see here. Nope, no answers on the Spotify.
What a waste of
cool.
time.
Hey, I just popped it up there just in case somebody wants to hit it when they're thinking about it. It's right there. You can.
What
do it.
the heck, Snowman? I told you to put something up on Spotify and just ruin this for Luke.
Absolutely. Now he will.
Well, now he gets -5 points because we looked and it wasn't there.
Oh, the points made up and the scores don't matter, or however that goes.
They do in my mind.
Anyway.
I'm keeping score over here.
I am going to continue to put it up on the Spotify just in case.
Yes.
You're thinking about it when you're looking at the phone. It's right there. You can answer quickly and easily and all of that stuff. But don't worry about it if you don't use it because it's always up on the Facebook page. Luke and Naomi On Air is, of course, where you go. Find us there. Put your answer there. I'll try to have that post up in a timely fashion once again. I'm getting better. Even sooner last week.
A timely fashion. I like that.
A
yeah.
timely fashion. That's right. All right. So that's all of the other stuff. Now it's time to get to the fun stuff, the Under a Rock review part. So let's pretend to hit the button here. Yay!
I didn't know what to do. I threw my hands up in the air. I'm like, I guess that's what we do.
It's time for Naomi's Under a Rock review. I like to do it differently every week.
Yeah, that's fine.
Mess around where we hit that button. And next week, you get to hit the button to play the big sound.
All right. Cool.
Heading into the Under a Rock review.
I'm here for you.
It is time for Naomi's Under a Rock review of the 1999 sports classic Varsity Blues.
Yep.
John Voight, James Vanderbeek, Paul Walker, some other guys, Scott Kahn, and I absolutely went all the way back to high school. This 99 was like right there. I remember watching this all those years with my friends. I remember watching this movie and go, oh, that guy's Joe Day, and that guy's, this guy, and all that. Yeah, so it's been a minute since I've seen this one, too.
So that must have been nice.
It was really cool. So interested to hear your thoughts on Varsity Blues. Go ahead and take it away.
All right, so let's kick this off. Opening scene says a lot right off the bat. You got kids growing up playing football together. It's kind of cute, You got Mox getting picked up by Billy Bob because now they're all older and they're going to school. You got a group that always played football together and still does. Billy Bob has a pig in the truck and says, I love that dog. That was a nice
Yes.
setting for where we're getting into with this movie.
The pig's name?
Bacon, which was adorable, not gonna lie. But the worst part about that scene is he's dipping pancakes in peanut butter and drinking syrup.
That's right, Billy Bob.
That was that's too much. Listen, I have had pancakes with peanut butter on top of them and syrup over top. Oh, that's so good. So good. But you can't dip pancakes into peanut butter, eat them while you're driving, and drink the syrup.
See, this is one of the best things about Naomi's reviews is we're not going to miss any of that kind of good stuff. And for real, I love it too because you're going to point out the good stuff.
Yeah. Well, and that was what my note said. What a start. What a start.
It does start well, right?
It does. All right, so we got star quarterback. Says he had a dream last night that they're going to win 14-3. This big pep rally, all that. My big thing was, let's see if he's right. I had to pause it right after that because then he goes, he knew it was a dream because they know they're going to win by so much more. And again, we'll see. All right, so Mox sees Harbor, the quarterback, getting a shot, like in his knee. I don't know if it's a steroid, something to help with pain,
I believe.
cortisone, whatever. But you can tell something fishy is going on. Next note says, what the heck? The coach throws Mox's book and says if his dad didn't play so well for the team, he would have already cut him and all this. But here's the thing that doesn't make any sense about that scene. Mox threw the football well earlier. They just don't need him. They have the star quarterback. So you're mad because he's reading because you have him on the bench?
Well, yeah, the one time I'll stick up for it's a team that you got to be there and present with the team. Ready to go.
He's not needed.
Ready to go if the guy goes down and all of that stuff.
No.
But it does, like, you got to be there or why be on the team, basically. You know what I mean? Like, that's
He's not needed.
I mean,
He'll
you
be
wouldn't want
there
somebody
when
on
you
your
need
team
him.
who's just sitting on the bench doing something completely different, not paying attention whatsoever, not engaged at all. That's not a good
If that
team
allows
player.
me to be the star quarterback, absolutely.
Well,
let him sit there.
That's not exactly how that works, but okay, I get it. All right.
I don't know. I think the coach overreacted there. But that's okay, because he'll overreact a lot later, so it's fine. All right, house party time because, high school, football,
Texas.
parties. Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense. After the game, Billy Bob throws up in the washing machine, which is absolutely disgusting. Like, what worse place to get sick?
At least it can drain.
Somebody, like, even if you run it, somebody is going to throw clothes in there. It's going to take a couple cycles before that's clean. Oh, gosh, it's disgusting. And then, like, there's two kids, like, banging and, like, on the dryer next to it. Like, just, it's such an awful scene. I just, can't.
Good
can't.
party.
I did put emojis in my notes, too, of, like, the sick face. That's how bad that was. My next note says these guys are just psycho about football. This is the barbecue scene. So the dad.
No offense to our West Texas and Eastern New Mexico friends.
Listen, you can be a psycho about football. These guys are a step above psycho because it starts as like a fun barbecue. It's, friends and their parents and everything. And then it became like a competition and, let's see you hit a beer can off, your father's head and all of that.
Even worse than the competition, it was, the dads competing vicariously through their kids, and it was just so terrible.
Yes, don't do that. That was terrible. It doesn't always have to be a challenge. That was just ridiculous, and of course, Mox's dad got smashed right in the face with it. Okay, now we're on to it's game day again. Oh no, it's not game day again. It is they're in school. Billy Bob got hit in the last game.
Yeah, he got a concussion.
Yeah, and was not doing well anyways. So now they're in, like, health class or whatever, and he's sweating, and he just doesn't look good, and he asks to, get up and go to the bathroom. He gets up, comes back, he's just drenched, and, the teachers ask him, hey, you okay? And he's like, yes, ma'am, and then just collapses, which is very scary. But then the coach still wants him to play,
Oh, yeah.
I get it. I mean, he's a beast and everything like that. But if you're passing out and just
this
can't...
was 99 before anybody cared about football players on any level.
But it's just, something's wrong. Something is wrong, All right, so we got another game day. Billy Bob's still not doing good. They got him on, like, the oxygen and stuff like that. Like, what? So he ends up falling forward and misses a block. And then now our star quarterback, Lance, is injured and he's out. He really messed up his knee. Probably didn't help getting those shots. Just saying.
It was like the final nail in the coffin for Lance's knee at that point. And that's...
Which was horrible.
Yeah, really.
A horrible scene. And, like, he played it very well. Like, just... wrenching in pain and all of that. I was like...
Art imitating life right there.
I was grabbing my own knees going, are they okay? Like,
Paul Walker, man. He was great. Paul, we miss Paul.
All right, so it's Mox's time to shine. And so far he does. All right, so they're... Game on. Mox is playing, doing well, all that. He hits the mascot to stop the clock. And all of a sudden, we realized earlier that when he hit his dad with the football in the face, it was on purpose. It was to stop that arguing. Like, that's a smart kid right there.
That's right.
So then I hope he leads his team to states now.
When the dad grabs his nose when he realizes.
Yes, realize like, oh, I was the distraction, Next note says Lance's girl is a tramp, because she is.
You want to talk about that scene at all?
the hospital, coming home from the hospital scene where...
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Where she's getting undressed in Mox's car. They had just got done visiting Lance at the hospital. And she's getting undressed, and she's just like, oh, it's no big deal. It's like what I wear at the beach and all that. Bathing suit, blah, blah, blah. You know, and then is like straight up hitting on him, you know, and saying, you know, oh, things change and all of this kind of stuff. Like, what? He's not dead. And even if he was, you're not going to grieve for more than 45 minutes? Jeez.
Good old Allie Larder.
No, it was horrible. Terrible. He should have kicked her out of the car and just made her walk home. Like, listen, this is snow, man. This is going to come back to bite me. Oh, awful.
High
just
school
awful.
Kids, right?
Yeah, I guess. All right. So then I get upset. So first off, I'm upset at Lance's girlfriend because she's a tramp. And now I'm upset at Mox's girlfriend because she's being a brat about the whole situation. Mox has every right to be enjoying this opportunity. He didn't ask for it. He was sitting on the bench reading his book, minding his own business when Lance got hurt. And so he stepped up and now he's doing a great job, you know?
Yeah.
What's wrong with that? But his girlfriend is acting like this is a bad thing and he shouldn't enjoy this little bit of spotlight that he's getting and, oh, he's changed and all that. No, he didn't. Like, chill out.
Naomi was visibly and audibly just pissed at that girl.
I was mad at both of them.
I know it.
Both
but
of them.
I think you were
Grow
mad
up,
at
ladies.
Jules a little bit more.
I was.
than-
The other girl was
yeah,
a tramp,
Darcy.
but, you know, whatever. It is what it is. But the other girl is acting like, oh, I'm so sweet and I'm here for you. And I don't want the main, you know, football star and all that kind of stuff. And then, like, something good is happening to your boyfriend and now you're mad at him about it. That's messed up.
A little bit,
That's
yeah.
toxic. That's a toxic trait there.
Well, she was a junior.
Doesn't matter. Toxic. All right. He should be enjoying this time, all of that. And then we find out that Mox is really a good guy. I mean, Darcy invited him over, and he showed up and was like, listen, we can't do this, you know, all that. And, she goes in the kitchen. She's going to make him a sundae. She's got a, like, whipped cream bikini. Because all it is whipped cream. There ain't nothing on under that. And he doesn't do anything.
The famous whipped cream bikini scene.
Yeah, but he doesn't do anything. And he's just like, and then he like covers her up with a blanket, which was very uncomfortable because I know they got whipped cream all over that blanket. I am not a fan of that scene. But, like, it was...
It doesn't even matter how nice he was. It was chivalrous and all of that. And
No, I am saying that that's nice. I just...
like, there's whipped cream all over that blanket. I just can't. I can't.
You know there was.
She
like,
said it
it's
out
awful.
loud, too. I just want to point that out as well.
Anyway.
But there's whipped cream everywhere now.
But, like, he did the right thing. You know, he covered her up and then was really cool about it. You know, the next day where she's like, you know, things are going to be really weird now because I'm a tramp. And he's like, nah, it's cool. We've been friends forever. Let's not worry about it kind of thing. Weird, though, that they had to kiss over that and Jules had to say. So I understand some weirdness there because that doesn't make any sense. But, okay.
High school.
Yeah, not my high school.
Just chalk that up to high school.
Okay. All right. Enjoyed the banter between the teammates. Very funny and entertaining throughout the movie, but especially at one point when Tweeter was like, or no, they asked him, Tweeter, you think you'll enjoy prison? And he's like, I don't know. Wait, what? And then he's busy messing with his, like, cup on his football uniform. And then he was saying something like, that's not right, or I don't know. It was just, what the heck? Like, what are they doing?
Yeah, Scott
Definitely
Conn. That's Tweeter's a great character. It just, yeah.
All right, so life's going good. The football team's doing well. There's no hard feelings with Lance or Mox or anything. And again, football team's going well, so everybody in town is happy. The world's happy, all that. So they got to celebrate. Let's go to a strip club. And, of course, their health teacher from earlier is there. She is a stripper. Health teacher, their sex ed teacher. So I knew when she, like, I don't know what it was, whether it was something about a teacher or sex ed, and I'm like, oh, it's got to be the teacher.
In the car. They had showed the car previously, and Mox was like, "So nice car on a teacher's salary."
Yeah. So it was like an instant like, oh yeah, she's gonna be the stripper.
There
here.
were a couple of little,
Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of an odd scene. That definitely would not go down the way it did in the movie.
Hey, you never know.
It would be a scandal. It would be on front page newspapers all over.
Nowadays, yes. In 1999, there weren't any cell phones. It's still in the age of, oh, you're making that up because you can't prove it.
I guess.
I was there. I remember. We could lie about all kinds of things. It was great.
Still an awkward situation. And later when she asked for their discretion and all that, and Mox is like, oh, we made a pact, and then Billy Bob has to ask her to prom because
we go to prom with me.
He still needs to get his head checked because no way.
That's hilarious.
All right, so they stay up all night, shots, drinks, strip club with the teacher, because why not? They leave the strip club. It's daylight out. It's like 7 a.m., all that. And they're all like, oh, we made a mistake here, whatever. They got the game. So I honestly didn't think they were going to lose after staying out all night. I thought it would be one of those, cheery movie moments where, well, they're going to get their butt kicked a little bit, but they'll still pull ahead.
Yeah.
Gotta root for the Coyotes, all that. No. They, that was like the worst. They just got the poop kicked out of them pretty bad.
Yeah, they got whooped up on, right?
Yeah, real bad. And then, of course, the coach is really mad, screaming, freaking out, all of that. And poor Billy Bob,
Yeah, he takes the brunt of it.
Well, I mean, he was crying and all that. Okay, he got emotional, whatever. But they can't kick him off the team. And then he gives bacon to Mox. That scene is just heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Here, take bacon, you'll know what to do. I was honestly terrified that, this is going to be bad. That's all that kid has is football, and you just took it away from him. Why? Because he got a little emotional? So what? So do you, Mr. Coach. You just slam into things.
Mr. Coach.
The big difference is, just how you release that stress. He punches things. Billy Bob cries.
That's right.
Fine.
That's what he does.
Yeah. And it just sucked because he did sacrifice so much for the team. Probably did some irreversible damage to his health. All that. But no, we're going to kick him off the team because he shed a few tears and just got kind of tossed aside. My next note just says, dude, this coach is a monster. That's at the moment where he's threatening Mox, saying that he's going to blow his Brown scholarship that he had just gotten if he doesn't run the ball and do the plays that he wants, basically. The coach is like, I am the coach. I am making the calls. And if you don't, instead of, hey, if you don't follow it, you're off the team, it's, hey, if you don't follow this, I'm going to ruin your future.
Yeah.
That's a step too far. Honestly, at that point, I would just have to quit. I'm out of here. Sorry. This. Look, I understand football is important. Let me say that now. To all of our friends that love football so much, I understand that it is important. And it's fun to watch, and it's fun to be a part of that community and all that. But to blow the rest of your future... No, I would have to quit. I could not do that. The guy cares more about football than anything else. And again, it's not wrong to really care about football or be really, really, really passionate about it. But when it starts interfering with the well-being of others, where you're pushing people who are legit hurt or you're trying to ruin their future or anything like that, obviously you've gone too far.
Monster.
Just a psycho.
So that's why, Mox had to play, because if he just quit, then Kilmer stays and he keeps doing this to other people and future generations. And what if my kid brother plays for him and all that,
And I get that, but no, I'm just not that tough. I'm walking away. I'm out of here.
So what did Mox do?
He played, He's a hero in the story. All right. Brown ends up getting hurt. So they're going to give him a shot. Brown was the guy that would run the ball so far close to the end of the or get close to the end zone and everything like that, but was never allowed to make a touchdown. It would always go to somebody else. What? Make a touchdown.
She said make a touchdown.
I did make a touchdown. I regret that. I'm sorry, guys. Make a touchdown. But am I wrong? So anyway.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
I was trying to tiptoe around that because we understand the undertones of that
it wasn't undertones.
situation.
It was in the movie. It's blatant racist. Yeah.
Yes.
It's that he
But I
gave the
still
black
feel
guy,
like I
he made
have
the black
to-
guy do all the work, and then gave the white guy the glory.
Yes. It still felt like I needed to tiptoe around that. Anyway. Make a touchdown.
Make a touchdown.
Make a touchdown.
All right.
I'm going to start saying that from now on for football. Make a touchdown. Did he make a touchdown?
Oh my God.
I'm going to yell that in a bar
that's
now.
a new thing. You all have just witnessed the birth of a
Make a touchdown.
new thing on Luke
Yep,
Naomi.
that is... Okay, so anyways.
That's how that happens.
Back to the review here. So Brown gets hurt. And of course, they're going to have to inject him with the cortisone, steroid, whatever, and try to get him back into the game. Because, hey, you're hurt, but this will soften the blow for a little while. Get out there, hurt yourself worse, and ruin your future.
Yeah.
Because we need a championship. So Lance ends up being in this scene. And Lance is basically saying, hey, don't do it, because we learned in the movie that, his knee needed surgery and all this, and, his scholarship just went straight out the window.
Mm-hmm.
His future is gone. And so Lance is telling him, don't do this. You're going to get more hurt, and you're going to ruin your future. And the coach is basically saying, don't listen to him. What does he know? What is he talking about and all that kind of stuff. And it's I think he would know.
Yeah.
But whatever. All right. Great part of the movie where Billy Bob Lance Mox, they're all standing up to the coach finally. Karma has officially come to get him.
You're not going to read Billy Bob's line? I swear to God, if that needle goes in his leg, I'll rip your arms off and beat you to death with it.
I did not write that down, by the way,
I
believe
love
it or
that.
not.
Great line.
It is. That whole scene was, and it was, that humanizing of the coach where he just was okay, all right, come on, guys, come on, I'm heading out here, come on, let's do this. We got a game.
Yeah, everything's okay now. Everything's okay.
Yeah, we got
let's
it
go.
out. We got it out. All this stuff, and everyone's nah, you've crossed a line, and there is no coming back for this. There is no forgiveness, And I do like that they held on to that grudge, and it didn't have that happy ending where he's okay, well, the coach said he's sorry, so, we can all go about our lives now. No, dude, you've ruined people's lives over this.
Yeah, who knows what he's done in the past.
Exactly.
And all kinds of stuff, right?
And we hear it from the dads throughout the movie as well.
Oh,
Some of
yeah.
the things that they said because, he was a coach then too. All right, so the Coyotes are playing how they're supposed to. They're having fun. They're giving it their all of that. And they're kicking butt, It's fun to watch. So I was wondering if the coach was going to have a change of heart. They show a scene where he's looking at his trophies in his office and all of that. And I had said, I don't believe it. And I'm holding a grudge against him. And I kind of hope they do too, which they do, which is awesome. And they win the game, which is very exciting. You want that happy ending without it being too happy where everything perfectly falls into place.
Right,
If they
yeah.
accept the coach back, then all right, la-di-da Hollywood stuff there. So I did like that part of the happy ending. The coach is gone. Worst part, though, is him getting back with Jules. That was not needed.
Mox, you mean, getting back with Jules.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I'm sorry. I was talking about the coach. The coach and Jules, they can go be happy together. That's kind of weird, but not my business. She was just a brat with the situation, and he didn't do anything, and she kind of treated him like crap. So I think he should have went his own way there. Go to Brown and leave her behind or something.
Yeah.
That was the worst part of the ending, I think.
It's just him and Jules.
Yeah, get rid of that. Could have got rid of that scene.
Could have left that love scene part out of it, right?
Yeah, we didn't need it.
Probably didn't need that after
Yeah.
the team won and everybody's celebrating and Billy Bob cries because that's what he does.
That's right.
Billy Bob cries.
That's right. And breaks people's arms off and beats them with it.
That's right. All right. Is that it?
That's it.
That's all you got?
That's all I got.
Yeah, it was a quicker one. Hour and 45 minutes for Varsity Blues.
Which was okay after doing Gangs of New York, where it was, like 3 hours plus how many times I paused the movie and all of that. We were actually looking at movies, and I was going, how long is it? Because I could not do too long of a movie.
Yeah, there was a couple we were looking at that was like, oh, that's another 2.5 hour. We've got to avoid that one at least this week, so we'll see what happens next week. Okay, well, thank you for watching Varsity Blues.
Yeah.
And thank you, everyone, for listening to Naomi's review of Varsity Blues. As we do at this point, it is time for a couple of review questions, as always, just to see if maybe there's anything that we didn't talk about that we want to get out there or anything else like that. So the first question we always ask after the movie, did you like it?
I did. A lot.
She liked Varsity Blues. All right. I'm happy
good
with
movie.
that. I'm glad you did. What did you know about Varsity Blues going in?
It was a movie about football.
Just that it was a football movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
Your thoughts going in?
Not a whole lot. Thought it'd be stereotypical kind of sports movie, which it kind of sort of is.
Sure.
That's not necessarily a bad thing.
A lot of your sports movies are, a feel-good story, and
Yeah.
something like that.
So that was basically, I was like, okay, this will be a nice kind of mellow movie.
Okay. What surprised you about Varsity Blues?
Probably again, which is something that surprises me on a lot of these reviews, is just how invested I end up getting into the movie. That Jules, she's a brat, and Darcy is a tramp, and that coach, what a jerk, and just kind of like actually connecting more than I think that I'm going to, because again, it's a movie. It's a mellow movie.
Right.
But I just get involved, I guess.
Love that answer.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that answer. Let's see here. Would you have liked it more or less if you saw it when you were younger?
Now this one's really tough for this
Yeah,
movie.
let me go 17. Set that number for you. Because we all loved it. I think well, I don't know how many 17-year-old girls actually liked it. Now that I think back in a lot of the scenes in the movie, but we loved it.
But you got Vanderbeek and Paul Walker to look at. So, as a 17-year-old girl, I think I'm fine.
And Billy Bob.
That's right, That's right. And his pig Bacon. I'm sorry, his dog Bacon. So, again, it's really hard to say. Because I feel like if I'm at 17... I'd just be like, whatever. It's kind of a cute story, whatever. I feel like if I'm 21, I'm already reminiscing about,
Ooh.
Friday nights and football and everybody getting together to watch the game.
That's a good answer.
And all of that. And as you get older, you just start reminiscing more about that. And then you have more of appreciation and understanding and all of that. So I think at the age of 17, I would probably like it about the same. 21 probably would hit me the hardest. 21, 22.
All right.
Yeah.
Great answer. Yeah. Loved it. Favorite part?
Oh, man. Favorite part? I think when they all stand up to the coach. Because, he needed to be put in his place.
The big scene.
And I know it's like the climax of the whole movie, but it's a good scene. It's like, hey, mister,
you're supposed to like
done.
that scene. No, no worries about that being your choice. We're not trying to go, Cannes Film Festival. You got to come up with an artsy fartsy
Yeah,
part of
that's
this.
true. Well, I really liked it when Darcy mentioned this. No, it was when they were, yelling at the coach. Get the hell out of here. We're done.
Pretty much, right?
Yeah.
Least favorite part?
Oh, gosh. Darcy being a tramp. Jules being a brat. The coach, forcing Billy Bob to play when he's obviously not well. He can barely stand. He's wobbling all over the place, and you're just like, get in there. Come on, man. There's obviously something wrong. I get the play through the pain and all of that kind of stuff to an extent.
Sure.
If someone is obviously falling all over the place, they are not okay, so anything. Those are just. And then Lance grabbing his knee after he got hurt, again, he did that so well. I was like, oh gosh, I'm in pain. I think my knee's broken now too, and ugh.
Would you recommend it to someone else who hadn't seen it?
Absolutely, I'd recommend it to you if you have seen it.
Nice, that's a good answer too.
Yeah.
Will you watch it again?
Absolutely.
Stop if it's on TV.
Yes.
And are you happy you watched it?
Yes. I feel like this is a good movie that you, again, like stop and watch it when it's on TV. Like, hey, yeah, put that on. You know, it's nice, feel good, mellow movie. Perfect
Great
for
answer.
that. Yeah.
Great answer. All right, that is Naomi's review, or Naomi's Under a Rock review of Varsity Blues. So I think it was Brando recently asked if we had any sports movies on the list. And it's like, inevitably we do. We don't have the list broken up by genre. We just kind of...
Oh, it's a random list.
Yeah, we just kind of pick off the list, go through the list and look at, comedy movies this week and stuff like that.
Or it'll just be where we start reading down the list and wait for one to just,
kind of pops.
Yeah, and go, yeah, you know what? That sounds good tonight.
Yeah, so he had asked about I think it was Brando, asked about some sports movies.
Well, there you go. Varsity Blues.
So we got one in there, Varsity Blues, and as we were talking about it, we'll have Remember the Titans coming up too.
That's right, I haven't seen that one.
We'll see what other kind of... I don't know if we're going to go all the way back to like Hoosiers and Rudy and stuff like that, but there's a possibility.
I feel like Rudy is one that I should see because there are so many references to that and I just don't understand.
Yeah, okay, so all right, that's a great argument for putting Rudy on the list. So football movies, basically. Have you seen Major League? The baseball movie. Have I ruined that?
Major League?
Did I
think
ruin that?
So. Is that when he goes to Japan to play?
That's Mr. Baseball.
Oh, yeah.
I put Mr. Baseball on in the house recently because it's free on
Major
Roku
League.
TV right now. And I'm making her watch Tom Selleck in Japan.
I don't
Major
know.
League's got Charlie Sheen as Wild Thing, and Wesley Snipes is in it.
I've seen parts of it. I don't think I've seen the whole thing. We've watched another baseball movie, though. We watched Bull Durham.
So
we did see another sports movie.
Sports movie.
Can't Do a League of Their Own. I've already seen that, and I like that movie already.
And she's seen The Sandlot, too, I believe.
Yes. Consider that too much of a sports movie. That's a
it is
kid's movie.
absolutely a sports movie.
It's a kid's movie.
Sandlot is a sports movie. I know a lot of people will argue with you over that one.
It's a kid's movie.
It's both.
It's a kid's movie
it's a baseball
more
movie.
than it's a baseball
It
movie.
is absolutely a baseball movie. Anyway.
Bonus points for anyone who wants to settle that argument on our Facebook page.
She
10
says
bonus points.
She means bonus points if you land on her side of the argument, not if you settle the argument. So don't get caught up in...
No, absolutely.
in
If you
Naomi's
agree
bed.
with me, I'll give you 10 bonus points. Bribery.
Oh my God. Luke and Naomi on air. Where the rules are made up and the points don't matter. That's what he says.
That
right?
that is what he says. Yes.
All right. So, great episode 45. I liked Varsity Blues. It was a good review too. It was a fun one. It's a lot of fun to do the heavy movies like a Gangs of New York.
Yeah.
But then it's great to follow it up with something like this, where
A little bit lighter.
yeah, we just get to kind of poke fun at the whipped cream bikini and
Getting it
dog
on a
bacon.
blanket.
That's
like,
right.
oh
It's
my
all over
goodness.
the blanket. She's just like, who's cleaning that up? And I'm like, I do the laundry in the house. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it'll be all
You
right.
can stop thinking about that.
I'm still thinking about the make a touchdown because I can't wait to say that to
Fantastic.
somebody and have them look at me like, what the heck is wrong with this girl?
All right. Don't know what we're going to do next week,
No idea.
but I'm going to repeat that 4 more times before we wrap up the show. Anyway,
Are you trying to hint to me that we need to get to thought of the day?
sure.
Okay.
Thought of the day, thought of the day. It's your thought of the day, thought of the day.
Look, I did my review. I was done. I was checked out for the rest of the show.
She almost got up and walked out of the room.
That's right.
Where the hell are you going?
All right. Every word that has ever existed was complete nonsense until someone actually gave it a definition and people just accepted it.
Wow. That's intense.
It is a little intense.
That's intense.
Let's get away from that
Wow.
intenseness. Luke, you gonna leave us with the laugh?
I am, but not before this. As we were doing the review, we got a comment on the Facebook page for what's the thing you used to order at a bar that you would never order now.
Yeah.
From Todd. And I kid you not, Todd wrote Flaming Dr. Pepper.
Really?
Yeah.
Todd, you knew.
That's weird, man. That's
Are we
weird.
live again? This is great.
If we are, sorry for cussing. Because
Oh,
FCC.
no, it's fine. It's
But
fine.
he says 2 types of dangerous or 3. I don't remember.
Todd.
But that's pretty cool, man. I hope when you hear the episode, you get a kick out of that. Cause
Yeah. Because we spend a whole segment on flaming drinks.
I mean, he got it in under the wire as we were recording, which was pretty neat in and of itself. But the fact that he hit the flaming Dr. Pepper after we had just talked about it too, that's great.
Yeah.
Just nailed it. Don't
now
forget,
I'm going to have one of those.
That's right. Don't forget next week, what's the oldest thing in your kitchen you still use? Bonus points for not saying your spouse.
That's right. You only get 2 bonus points for that one, though.
All right. You ready for these?
Yes.
I am. I absolutely love these dad jokes. The 100 greatest dad jokes of all time, assembled by Victor Jr., book mailed to us by Brian in England. To the person who stole my Microsoft Office, I will find you. You have my word.
That's so stupid.
I thought about going on an all-almond diet, but that's just nuts.
These are horrible.
I told your mom she drew her eyebrows too high. She seemed surprised.
That's so stupid.
And last one. Fun fact. Sometimes I tuck my knees into my chest and lean forward. It's just how I roll.
That's so dumb. All of those were like D- effort. Terrible dad jokes.
Love them.
No.
Love the dad jokes. Thank you for the book, Brian. Looking forward to seeing how they celebrated the coronation over there in Jolly Old.
Yeah.
And again, don't forget, Luke and Naomi On-Air on Facebook. What's the oldest thing in your kitchen you still use? And you can find us everywhere you do your podcasting. On whatever you're listening to right now. There's
That's
the
right.
other thing, then the other one.
There's another one.
And then there's a fifth one.
Yeah.
And then there's the one that I'm working on updating. Tell your friends.
YouTube.
That's right. We'll be back for episode 46. Thank you so much for sticking with us through 45 damn episodes. I know I say it every time, but it's just more and more, and they're still there. I can see that
You're
people are
surprised that people haven't called and complained yet.
We love you all to death.
Yeah.
Really, really appreciate it.
Yes.
Oldest thing in your kitchen you still use. Looking forward to those answers because it's like, what am I throwing away that I should hold on to? What are we holding on to that we should throw away?
There you go. Yeah. We've got some
Slow
of
down on my
that.
tongs over there.
Oh, don't you worry.
All right.
Don't you worry.
That's going to do it for us. Have some fun this week and be excellent to each other.
Love you. Bye.